Hello everyone, welcome back to the Phantom Dreams podcast, your rest area of choice. I'm your host DExus, and we're joined as per usual by Savi T Gamer and Sonico VT. Say hi everyone, we're back.
Hi fellas, together again. It's so good to be together again. But we are in a new era. It's been so long since the last fucking episode of the podcast that we're in a different era of Nintendo.
The man behind the slaughter. Sorry, I just
and to. It's okay. But it's been so long, that there's been a new console drop just a few days ago, and we decided why not give you not one but two episodes of the podcast talking about what we think of the Nintendo Switch 2, and the best part is we're too broke to afford it, so it's only one guy with the actual Switch 2, but we have a lot to talk about as outsiders. It'll make everything a little bit more spicy, and the second episode, which you can check out soon enough, will be about the Kirby stuff. So today's gonna be just about general Nintendo Switch 2 stuff. Let's get the question of the episode out of the way. Are you too broke for a Switch 2? Me too.
That's crazy.
Tell us about that in the comments. And let's. I think it's best if you start, DExus, since surprisingly you're the one who could afford it. No, I'm kidding. I love you.
Yeah, because I'm the only one here who has a job.
I do.
Okay.
It's called content creation.
It's called okay,
buddy.
Actually, we too are unemployed bums, but we call it having a job.
So, if we're complaining about prices right now, I gotta say the international price of the Switch 2 is crazy.
Yep.
Why they do that? Yeah, the international. So for me, so the Switch 2 is $500, right? And I think games aside, I think we can all agree that the console is fine. It's fairly priced. It's fairly priced, yes. Because like
how much?
That's like that's a 4K ass console, like basically on the level of Xbox Series S, and fucking super powerful computer or something like that. And it's only like a fucking little tablet. So it makes sense that it's a little bit pricier on the Switch 1. Now, what I don't understand is that at least over here, that shit is like $700. That's what crazy. Yeah, I'm saying like there's no way like taxes included, like even considering like taxes, importing and all that. I don't think it should be like that high of a price gap.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just me complaining about third world countries. Because like if it was normally priced, I would honestly buy it day one. Oh god.
Yeah. Like 500 is a very fair price, but going to how much? 700?
Yeah, 700.
Jesus Christ.
No, hell no. I wonder how much shipping would be from like mailing something. It's probably gonna cost us the $200. Because
I would mail it to you. Hell no.
I would mail it to you if it was like, I don't fucking know.
Then sitting on the other side like mails has a little fucking packet with like a bunch of like money out of nowhere. But the price actually is I think like outside of like the conversion, how different it is in the different parts of the world. It is something that's been like heavily debated, and it's something that I think is worth talking about a little bit more, since Sonico said something very interesting in the sense that the console is fairly priced. It's the games which are going to be a little bit more funky. Dog Bowser has spoken up about it. He said something like, we're gonna have like, I can't remember the specific term he used, but like
variable
different pricing.
Yeah, variable pricing.
Variable game.
Yeah, and that just means that the more ass the game is, the more hopefully affordable it's gonna be. Hopefully.
Yeah, except Pokemon. Pokemon, even though they're gonna be ass, they're gonna cost the same amount as a regular Switch game.
And like the Mario Sport, and like the Mario Sport, like I don't believe these whole variable pricing things, because like that's a thing that's always existed. Like Mario vs. Donkey Kong is $50. Wow, it's not the top 60. Oh my god, it's variable.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like
with WarioWare does that as well.
Yeah, how much is WarioWare?
Yeah. Aren't they like 50? Aren't they like 50 or 40?
Get It Together was 60. Move It was 50, I think.
What? No, Get It
How
Together
bad?
wasn't 50. I remember Nintendo making like a poll and being like, "Hey, how much would you be willing to pay for a new WarioWare?" And everyone
In Italy it was 60.
voted for the more expensive option, which was fucking stupid in hindsight.
I don't know. But even still, I think that it is something that
Raise the price. Raise it. Raise the price.
Mario deserves more money. It's one of those things where I think they're just like they're testing to see how willing customers are, like how willing they are to pay certain prices. So I think that yeah, Donkey Kong, Mario, the next Zelda, they're all gonna be like 70, 80. But something like maybe the new Pikmin, the new WarioWare, fucking Photo Dojo free. I don't fucking know. It's gonna be a different price. It's gonna be cheaper, hopefully. And we'll talk about the prices of Kirby in the other episode. But even still, it is kind of crazy that now we're just in a world where $70 and $80 games are the norm. But you know, gas prices aside, thoughts on the console.
The economy. Yeah,
The economy.
actually, before the console, I would say, Dexus, how was your experience with gearing the console? Because I remember that being pretty interesting.
I want to talk about this. So, for starters, I tried to pre-order this fucking thing. I stayed up the whole, like, night that the thing came out, like, the pre-orders came out. The Walmart website crashed. The Best Buy one kicked me out of the line, like, 3 times. So that was a headache. And then I learned that for Puerto Rico, where I live, we didn't even have pre-orders. So we had to get the system on launch. And based on how much the system was like selling out, like I don't know if you guys remember, there were news that it exceeded expectations in Japan, and that's like the home turf for Nintendo. I was like, oh shit, we're gonna have to actually fight for this console. So comes release week, I go to my local Best Buy, I ask if they're gonna have it available day of, and they were like, yes we do, and we're also gonna have a midnight launch. So that got me even more scared, because I assumed that Walmart wasn't gonna have as many consoles as a Best Buy, right? Because Walmart is a variety store and Best Buy is a technology store. So I gave in and went to a midnight launch for the first time in my life, and that was an experience. I went with my IRL bestie, and we got there at 6 p.m. only for the line to already go around the entire store. Mind you, this is a 2-story building. Editor, put video. I have a video.
Yeah, I was thinking of the
going around the
story.
entire
And
line.
the video is crazy.
Yeah.
With the captions is like
it's yeah, like saying it goes around the whole store doesn't really sound that big, but that was fucking insane, dude. I think we counted at one point, and we were on spot 470 something, almost 500 actually.
400. That's 6
like,
p.m.
there
That's
were-
what, 6 hours before the launch?
Dude,
Yeah.
yes, that's 6 hours before launch, and we were like 500th place, or 400th. Anyways, I was scared because I heard stuff online of there being like, oh, they're sending like 300 consoles per store per GameStop or something. No, they were like sending 20 per GameStop or whatever. We don't have GameStop in Puerto Rico. That's why I went to Best Buy. So I was like, holy shit, I'm not gonna get this console. I'm gonna be making a whole ass shift for nothing. But I fought through, and came midnight, the line started moving. Before midnight, never mind. Before midnight, some employees came down with do you guys know what they were doing for the GameStop pre-order? Where in the line they handed out some papers and you would like mark down what things you were gonna take.
Yeah. So it was easy.
No, I did not see that actually.
Oh, you didn't see that?
No.
Well, now you know what happened.
That's crazy. I do know some places gave out like a certificate, like I was here for the launch of Switch 2 or something like that.
Walmart get like a fucking Coke and a Pringles can.
That was cool. That was so cool.
I remember.
Walmart.
Someone I
That
saw
saves
that like
someone's
someone
life, by
like
the way.
almost died and like their Switch 2 Coke special
Yeah.
saved them.
Yeah.
Because they had like the sugar.
Thank you,
laws.
Walmart.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you
But
Switch
yeah,
2.
like some employees came down walking through the store, and that's how I knew which spot I was in the line. They were handing out some like little pieces of paper saying, "This is your Switch 2 console. This is your serial number, and you need to give me your ID so we can like match it to your console. So like we know that you're the one picking up the console that's quote unquote pre-ordered to your name based on the line." Oh my god. But yeah, then came midnight. I was already secured that like we have enough consoles. They have like over 500 consoles. And at 2:23, I got my Switch 2 after 6 whole hours of waiting on a line. I got my Switch 2, and when I saw like the stock they had like 200 more. I'm confident that every single person in that line, because after I got in the line, like it kept growing, of course, like 6 hours. I'm pretty confident that every single person there got a Switch 2.
I was
I think
hating.
that's impressive.
I was hating like because like before this whole thing, Nintendo was like, oh yeah, we will definitely like meet the demand. We have like we are prepared for it, and I was like, ain't no way they're prepared, but actually they were prepared.
Yeah,
So
they were.
good on them.
It's insane.
Except on Japan, apparently, like everywhere else except Japan.
Yeah, because Japan just loves their video games, I guess.
True, but yeah, we don't get the stats as of now. The streets are saying like 3 million launches, which is fucking crazy. No, still haven't sold. They still haven't outsold the Wii U. We used 10 million.
Wait, really?
Yeah, we used 10 million.
Whoa, my fucking bad.
Whoa,
It's
come
that
on.
much? I
Whoa.
thought it was way lower.
Wii U got hands.
I didn't think it reached the 2 digits. Well, the
That's crazy.
2 million digits. Everyone talks about. Oh my god. Everyone talks about how the Wii U was a big failure.
It did. The PS5 sold like fucking 500 million.
Jesus.
Even though he has like 2 games and they're ass. How about Monster Ball?
But yeah, I'm a little bit salty that I like made a line for 6 hours, only for me to hear that people just walk into their Walmarts when at opening time at like 6 a.m. and they just
Like
walked out immediately with a console in their hands. Like I saw that firsthand because after I did the line, I got a little bit curious and went to Walmart. Like I pulled an all-nighter for the first time in a long time. I got home, I played Mario Kart like all night basically with my bestie, and then I went to Walmart when I dropped him at his place, and like I saw people walking out with like bags with their Switch. Like it's insane. I'm genuinely surprised. I thought this was gonna be a PS5 situation where people had to wait like half a year to get their hands on a console. But no, I'm very impressed. So yeah, that's my experience with getting the Switch 2. What about you guys?
We
didn't get it. I was there.
We don't got it.
I mean, I was there during the pre-order era. I was seeing everyone lose it. Like, all the sites were down, and apparently, like, very shittily, like Walmart pulled like your pre-order was fake all the time, like the day before the Switch. Yeah, I got like a lot of mutuals that were like they got the pre-orders for Walmart, and then they just got canceled like the week before. And they said like, oh, you never had the pre-order. It was like a bug.
What happened is like it was like 2 people pre-ordering at once, basically, let's say. And instead of telling you like, hey, this person got the Switch instead, it's like if it counted like both people were guaranteed to get a Switch too. Even though, if both like were to pre-order at the same time, only one would get. There's like a pretty big Sonic streamer that had this situation. Like they kind of got fucked over because only last minute they were like, actually another person got it instead of you, and we knew this since day one. We knew this since like the second you pre-ordered, but we didn't fucking tell you. So it's been kind of shitty for some people, which is a shame. Honestly,
Yeah, but like
honestly,
you said, DExus, the consoles are like everywhere. So if you can just run into a store and buy one.
Like if you were hyped enough to pre-order a console, I think you might be hyped enough to like fucking get it at opening time of the store.
Actually, it happened to not Walmart specifically, but another store. Happened to a friend of us, Nia. Their pre-order got cancelled.
No, that's funny.
And they were talking
Honestly,
mad shit. Honestly,
They were
honestly, speed laugh.
They were talking shit like,
talking shit
about us
I gotta
when
switch
I
to, I gotta switch to.
stuff.
It's karma.
So,
It's
like,
the karma.
That was perfect karma. Like that it's fair to I show speed laugh at her.
It's fair.
You laugh, you go to hell,
It's morally correct.
It's morally correct to laugh at bullies.
Yes.
But I guess now, if I might, because now comes the bombardment of questions for DExus. The Switch 2 has introduced a lot of different stuff, which I think we can all talk about one by one. Because honestly speaking, I think that there's like a lot of stuff that even as an outsider you can kind of analyze, which is I'm not really like that tech savvy. Get it? I'm not really a tech bro. But even still, I'm pretty happy to see how well the Switch 2 runs. How amazingly it performs. Like Sonico said, this is like a pretty powerful computer as a little stupid fucking tablet with like ADHD magnets attached to it. Fucking the load times. Let's talk about the load times for a second.
Oh, the load times.
This might also be important for like the Kirby episode, but like holy shit, it's quick, it's fast, it's speedy. No matter if it's like Game Kart or like installing the console, it goes so quickly, it's insane.
So yeah,
Smash
unlike
alternative costume show up.
Oh yeah, like unlike previous backwards compatibility, which is basically like having a console inside the console, like the Wii U basically had a Wii inside it, the Wii basically had a GameCube inside it, the 3DS basically had a DS inside it, the DS basically had a Game Boy Advance inside of it. The Switch 2 is doing some sort of like the Switch 2 is almost doing some sort of emulation type thing. I wouldn't call it emulation, we call it more like simulation, where it basically can draw with the power of the Switch 2 and just like games just perform better.
Yeah. And it is crazy because they also look like magnificent. Like the amount of detail that is also provided in old games outside of like fucking how do you call it? Outside of like Switch 2 editions, they're just like they generally just look good as is in the Switch 2, which is kind of crazy.
Like New Super Mario Brothers U.
Whoa, 4K.
You can see the fucking polygons in Mario's face. It's crazy.
HDR, wow. 4K Mario U.
Who at Nintendo wanted to see NSMB U Deluxe in 4K, bro? It's so funny.
We all wanted
needed.
what?
The Tech Bros needed it.
We all needed it. What? What are you saying? With Game Share.
There's so many people. There's so many people playing NSMBU at launch. You don't get it. You don't. It's the perfect game.
But not Mario. But no.
But
No Mario Wonder update. Oh, brother.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Like, did one Mario Wonder get something like that?
It probably will, but not now.
Not
yeah,
now?
I think they did drop it in
fuck?
like the list of like games that will get free updates, didn't they?
Yes, it was like
Oh,
Pokemon, Mario, Game Builder Garage for the mouse cons.
That's cool.
Thank fucking god, I love that game.
No, Mario Maker 2 for the mouse cons. They're saving that for the sequel, Mario Maker 3.
Yeah,
That's gonna be an exciting
You only got Mario Kart World in your Switch right now, right?
No, I'm gonna read my game list right now. I have Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, the Nintendo Onlines, Mario Kart World, and all the Kirby's. I got Batman Arkham
As for
City.
new games, I mean.
Oh, new games? Yeah, Mario Kart World.
Okay. No Bravely Default HD?
What?
I'm so fucking disappointed.
What? No Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S?
I'm not
No
gonna
Sonic
fucking pay
Generations
$70
again?
for Puyo Puyo.
That is very shitty.
I'm good enough. I'm like I'm okay enough with the demo for Puyo Puyo Tetris. Like,
It's basically the whole ass game. Being so real
yeah,
with you.
like that's all you need.
both the
I'm not
demo
gonna
and the
fucking
full
play the
game.
story mode.
Should we?
I'm eventually gonna get Cyberpunk and the Yakuza, but when they get on this, like when the price drops, because I don't know if I'm gonna like those games. So I'd rather not
take
pay
the
the price.
as a Cyberpunk guy.
I don't think I am, but you know, it's the hype of a new console. This is the big like, holy shit, this is on Switch game.
Yeah.
And I'm also like, I'm trying to broaden my horizons. I don't want to be the guy who
Nintendrones.
says something.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I don't want to be the
My
guy
life
that
is a
says
video
something
game
and
ass.
then everyone's like, play more video games, fucking pick up GTA, fucking pick up Cyberpunk, fucking play fucking real games, not just Bing Bing Wahoos. Not saying that Bing Bing Wahoos aren't real games, but you know.
Actually,
Like,
very
I wanna
interesting
broaden my
connection to
horizons.
this. How do we feel about like the launch title collection for Switch 2? Like, do you think it's strong enough? Do you think it has enough variety? Do you think it's cool? Do you think it warrants?
I want to hear
purchase of
from
Switch 2
you
right now?
two, like outsiders, and then I want to speak my mind as someone
I would
who
say-
owns the console.
I feel like it's better than what it looks like. Like I feel like if you just want the console to play Mario Kart, you have a lot of options to do after playing Mario Kart. But I don't think the launch is like strong enough to want someone who doesn't give a fuck about like Mario Kart. Because like that's really, it is a Zelda Breath of the Wild situation where there's like really only one game that people really care about. But like maybe it will get better with Donkey Kong Bonanza, because that's also coming like very soon. Actually, it's like what, a month away? That's crazy.
Yeah, a month away.
That's crazy.
Can you believe it, guys?
But yeah, for example,
I'm so excited
like
for that game.
I would love to have the Switch 2 right now, and like mainly because all my other friends have the Switch 2, I would love to play with them. But honestly speaking, the most I'm fine waiting like a month or two until I get it.
Same.
Cause like
Dude,
Mario Kart is
hop on Smash Ultimate. Hop on Smash Ultimate after the podcast.
true. But yeah, like
That has crossplay. But,
it does.
You know.
I would say like I love Mario Kart. Of course, with the big three racers this year, I'm probably the least excited for Mario Kart out of the three. Really, because that's like the franchise I least care about. I still give a fuck about Mario.
Sonic Racing.
It's Sonic Racing.
It's Sonic Racing.
Dude, I just got Omega cooked. Oh my, dude, I'm never talking about Twitter. Any racing game. I'm never talking about any racing game again on Twitter. I say that Kirby and Riders looks good. Bam, 10k on my ass. I say Sonic Racing has a good team. Bam, 10k on my ass.
Omega ratio.
Yeah. I say Mario Kart. I say Mario Kart is not worth it. Bam, 10k on my ass.
They fucking cooking you. The Discord's been
Sonico,
crazy
what do
lately.
you mean? Wait, I'm gonna have to like publicly shame you right now. What do you mean it made you emotional?
It did.
It's
Dude,
fucking
okay,
awesome.
Were you like crying?
I wasn't crying,
That's what comes to mind. That's why people jump their ass, because it's like, oh my god, this motherfucker is crying over it's Sonic Racing.
No, but it's
I think it's
way
like
more
Goosebumps,
emotional
right?
than. Yeah, it got me like the goosebumps. Like I like, it was a serious like, damn, they like care, bro. They're showing their whole cog right now. They're like, oh my god, it's okay. Oh. It's that confidence.
Also,
Meanwhile, Mario Kart World OST.
That's average size.
Mario Kart World OST is like, damn, this is a banger music, but I don't really feel anything to it. You know?
Baby Park, the Mario
Fucking
Galaxy.
No,
Fall
listen,
Guys
I have to
has-
disagree with that. Fucking
Fall Guys remix.
like Drifting Away remix is so good. It got me like genuinely crying.
Oh,
but I gotta say,
true.
like, I get what you're saying,
The-
Sunny.
like-
I get you for real.
I don't.
And like,
I'm forever gonna be a hater of this game until they add Red Angry Bird. That like when they add Red Angry Bird, I'm immediately switching sides.
They got Miku.
listen, Hatsune Miku was enough for me. Miku was my
I'm
red.
switching.
But back to the thing. Just before we move on, if you don't mind, I have two things to add. One, I don't think we
have
are in any
Nintendo Switch
space
2
to criticize
things
Sonico getting emotional from a vocal track, because we're the guys that probably all cried at 1, 2, 3 and add some more.
That song is
So
so
we're
nice.
we're in no
cried
fucking
at,
space.
At Rhythm Heaven release, the trailer for that, I cried at that.
Oh yeah.
But the difference is that that's actually good.
Whoa.
We're in no space to talk when we cry at fucking Super Kirby Clash.
But yeah, we're talking back to like launch titles. Yeah, like for like all of them are like old games. Like yeah, they're like playing great, but like especially someone who has been dabbling in kind of illegal practices. I would say like I'm not really that like outstanding and shocked. Wow.
I think illegal
I think it's missing the
practices
spice.
are the reason I was so well. There's two reasons why I'm so well. No, illegal practices are the two reasons why I'm excited for. I was so like hyped to get the Switch too.
Okay.
First,
Yeah.
because it's a lot like the earlier version of the console is it's like the one that's gonna find a jailbreak or like a way to jailbreak it. And I want to mod this thing. This the second you can mod it, I won't do it. But like 2 years in, I will. Sonico, you want to add something?
I want to say that like I guess like especially for me because I also understand you because you couldn't play online for the longest time and now you can.
Yeah, I was gonna add that
Yeah.
like, after you talk.
I wanted to say that.
The Switch one.
And like that already happened to me. I have an OLED. I have a Switch OLED, so for me the jump doesn't feel that justified. Like if you have like your 2017 old ass fucking dying one arm Gohan looking ass Switch,
That's me.
I think just buying the Switch 2 as like basically getting a new phone in the same sense that you just buy it because it's better and faster. I think it is justified. Just for me, I don't think it's that justified when I have other means of playing the games that are already there. Like, oh, I can play Shadow Generations at 60 FPS. Like, oh yeah, I have a PC.
Yeah.
I just think it's like, personally speaking, about the whole like launch title thing. I just think it's missing like a little bit of that spice. Like I love Mario Kart.
It's missing a 3D like either Metroid Prime 4 or Donkey Kong Bonanza should have been launch titles. Like it needed that Nintendo single player experience. Because all we have is Mario Kart World.
I mean,
Savi, go
to
ahead.
be fair, like
Sorry,
we
go
can't
ahead,
just say
before
like, oh, we
before I
just have
segue,
Mario Kart. It's like the biggest Mario Kart ever, and like Mario Kart is now
I'm
like
talking-
Mario Kart is probably like the biggest franchise of all time.
I want to talk about Mario Kart World, but that's gonna be like a segue after I talk about my second reason why I got a Switch. So Savi, go ahead, speak.
I'm just thinking. I think first of all, thank you. Second, I think the third party is interesting. The third party support, and I think it is way better than what we had in the past. Because like if you even think about what we had in Switch 2, and what we now have on Switch, what we had on Switch 1 and what we now have in Switch 2, third party wise, it is like a massive step up. But at the same time, I'm just like thinking that there's like this slight feeling of, generally speaking, missing, not just like a first party thing, because we'll talk about it better during the Mario Party segue, but it doesn't feel like Mario Kart is that good single player wise. But also just because like, other launches at least tried to have like something that could be for everybody. It kind of seems like right now, if you don't give a fuck about Mario Kart, you can just like not buy the console. Because personally speaking, like I'm not dying to have a Switch 2 right now. I'm not going like, man, I really need it. I'm going like, if I had one, it would be cool, but there's no title that makes me go, I need this console. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
For now, yeah, I would say. I mean, Donkey Kong Bonanza is getting there. And like, and like for me, the two Kirby games. Oh, we can't talk about them all. That's for the next episode. Oh, but the Kirby games are.
Subscribe to get notified when the Kirby episode releases.
Whoa.
We're still gonna talk about
In 2 days.
but not the games. Not the upcoming games.
But yeah,
I'm fucking stupid.
From my
I didn't talk about GameCube. We have Wind Waker. Never mind. Wind Waker is awesome.
We have. You're like Ant Dude when like, oh my god, guys, Kirby fans are so spoiled. We're getting another new release this year. We're getting Kirby Block Ball on the Nintendo Switch Online. Like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Whoa.
Where did you get that type of tone from? Listen, I just said that I'm happy that we have Wind Waker. Damn.
Okay.
Whoa.
And
I'm sorry, I re-downloaded Twitter.
You
and
hate
I-
pancakes?
Sakurai's winning the series.
So you hate waffles? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, of course. I
Yeah,
re-downloaded
waffles,
Twitter. It's consuming me.
But yeah,
Savi, what?
I would
Savi and
say
Sonico,
I'm kind of disappointed. Like again with GameCube NSO, like that's a thing that's really cool if you already have the console, but it's not an ascent. It doesn't like something that gives me, oh, I need the console now.
Yeah.
True.
Because you can just fucking play the games on your phone nowadays. Like,
Yeah, I'm like.
But what if
apparently
you could play them on an expensive phone?
Yeah, on an expensive. Yeah, but like, and also the streets are saying the input delay is not that good. I'm like, ugh. Especially for me, GameCube.
I haven't tried GameCube yet. I downloaded it, but I was like, oh, the only games we have are a fighting game, F-Zero, and Wind Waker.
Whoa, don't call it a fighting game.
I'm not gonna play Soul
It's fucking
Calibur
Soul
ever. I'm
Calibur,
not gonna
dude.
touch that ever. And I'm gonna finish. I'm playing through Kirby 64 right now. I'm gonna finish Kirby 64 and then I'll play Wind Waker.
Oh, you can use the
So-
new CRT filter in the N64. Wow, you can use a rewind.
True, I forgot about that.
You can remap your buttons. Wow.
Wait, rewind isn't on Switch 1?
No, rewind is not on Switch 1. It's only on Switch 2.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's insane.
This is game changing. Wow, I
Holy
need the Switch
shit.
2 right now.
Yeah,
See,
oh my
I
god,
can
you need
rewind
to
in
buy
Mario
this
64.
console now. I think it's insane that it's cut from Switch 1. Like, what the fuck? That's a feature that's in every other online
I think it
thing.
has to do with power. Just
I think it's
What?
lucky because like
Yeah.
No, you can
Yeah,
do that
the-
on like a
no,
fucking old, like you can do that on a 2015 Samsung
No,
fucking
no, you cannot.
No,
budget
listen,
phone.
listen. The thing about rewind
Like,
is
I
that
have-
Nintendo does it in a peculiar way. Because like it breaks games super easily. It fucks up with games so easily. So if it was just like freeform rewind, it would fuck up with like every single game. So it does require a little bit of power.
yeah, like N64, it like doesn't really run well on Switch.
We need the
mod or
PS
not.
We need PS4 quality.
For the rewind, yeah, basically.
Yeah, for the rewind.
The Nintendo Switch 5 will allow for rewind.
That
on
does
GameCube
not
games.
sound. That does not sound realistic to me. That sounds no. There's no way. It's like when the new 3DS released, and they were like,
Super
you can
Nintendo?
finally play GBA games on this.
No, Super
It's
Nintendo.
like no,
Super
dude.
Nintendo.
It was that's even worse.
It was worse. Okay, I'll give it that to you.
It was one.
Uh,
Okay, but like, what
it's
about you,
just
Dex?
Nintendo
As someone
making
who has the
artificial-
console,
artificial.
who, what do you think the launch lineup was like?
Boring.
Damn.
Boring.
We were trying to be more positive. What the
okay.
fuck?
I can be positive. I
Title
can
of this
talk
video, we
about
hate
the
Nintendo.
reasons why you should get a Switch 2 right now. Like you said, Sonico and Savi, if you want to play the new Mario Kart desperately, then get it. Get this. But Mario Kart, I've never really been a Mario Kart person. I've never really been that into Mario Kart. Online is fun. Online is fun. It's chaos. It's a war zone when you're not in first place. Free roam is kind of boring. You gotta like free roam is like TikTok doom scrolling to me, right? You just turn your brain off.
Dude, getting
you
fucking
run around.
getting fucked up at 3 a.m. playing Toad, abiding the
Yeah.
laws of driving.
Yeah, exactly.
Have
You're
you
like,
seen the-
oh,
have you
okay,
seen the
there's a
Goomba
P
video?
switch.
Yeah, the
What
one goes
Goomba
like,
video?
rah. Done.
What?
I have it somewhere. Here. You mean the one of him like throwing it back?
Yes.
What?
I know where to find it.
I
He doesn't
made
actually throw it
Goomba.
back.
What
He
are
just
we
like jams
talking
to.
about?
He just jams to a
I'm
song.
thinking of Goomba Got Back now.
We're not putting any of the context in the video because it's copyrighted, so you can imagine it, viewer.
Especially for the Spotify listeners. Like I went back and rewatched some of the like episodes and shit. Come on, got back. Fucking hell. I went back and like rewatched some of our like episodes, And like on Spotify, some of them are hell in an amazing way. But there it is, DExus. Goes hard.
Oh, that's cornball. That's a cornball tweet.
No, it's not.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, I think that's what.
Never
it's not even what
mind.
Twitter is doing to you. We are in a new generation where people call everything cornball and Reddit. No, you are the real cornball of Reddit because you can all feel whimsy and joy.
No, I'm not a cornball. I'm a fucking cynical fuck. I'm cynical as fuck.
And that's even worse.
Learn your
At
words.
least when you're corny, you're like
Yeah, I
whimsy
know.
and full of joy, and you can live life without making it horrible for yourself and others around
Yeah.
you. Okay, anyhow, new Mario Kart.
I think that's.
So my God, how was it?
Yeah, free roam is something you just fucking put on when you're bored as fuck and you just run around like while you drain your brain and your battery, and then you like randomly come across a P-switch and do that thing for like half an hour because they're hard sometimes other times are really easy. But like, you know, it's doom scrolling Mario Kart. You just run around and do nothing and then do something for 50 minutes until you get it right.
He's happy.
And then you run around trying to find another P-switch. Like this game needs a you know how Mario Odyssey has those little beacons
Yes.
that like telling you where to
Yeah.
go? Like you need something like that, right? Like at least I do, because I don't like wasting time when I play a video game. I like to have an objective. Like a little beacon, like at least for one P-switch, like somewhere else, that would be fun. To just like, oh, try to find my way there, do that, and then go to the next one. Because otherwise, you're just running around, hoping to find something to do. So free roam fucking sucks, unless you're into like brain rot.
That's
crazy.
a bold statement. Wow.
But I get
What do
it.
you think about the?
No, not brain rot.
What about the
doom-scrolling.
racing?
It's-
The
The
Mario
racing
racing.
is
The tricks and
fun.
shit.
I like the Grand Prix. It's fun. I love the intermissions. Unless you're in first place, either like people were saying that it feels too empty. It feels too linear.
That was me. I was people.
But your people want to talk about that before I talk about how I feel about it.
No, talk about it how you feel it.
Okay. Because I thought it was. I also was one of the people at first, like, oh, that kind of looks empty and stuff. But there's enough chaos going around for you to have fun. And you can make your own fun, I guess. At least whenever I see a wall or like a rail to grind on, I try to make a little challenge of myself. I try to challenge myself to like boost jump there. Boost jump is awesome. I love boost jump. It has cost me a lot of races because I jump off bounds. But I love boost jump, and I think that makes the races fun, alongside just the chaos that unfolds from third place down. But then sometimes you get on first place and you're like way too far away from everyone else. It has happened to me. Not to me as in me being on first, but like every time I play with someone else. I have played with my IRL, I have played with the Ultra Nerd, I have played with other people around that aren't you know, I can't keep name dropping celebrities because I haven't played with anyone else. But every time I play with like IRLs who have the Switch too, and other people online, there's the person that's in first place is like a quarter in front of everyone else, and it's impossible to reach. So as long as you are behind, you're gonna have a blast with all the chaos. Like one red shell will
Don't
drop
Don't be
out
good at
from
the game.
second place
You're
to
saying.
Always stay behind.
no. I think it's the rubber. I think it's an issue of, I don't know. Maybe it is a skill issue, but there might be like
maybe
something
it is a
with the rubber
confusion because
banding.
from what I'm seeing, I was from like what I'm seeing. If you have like a golden mushroom, you can like skip the entire fucking section intermission
You can,
because like
but
like
the rubber banding
half
for
of
this
it-
is crazy.
Yeah, they have it. I guess yeah.
Like I think this is something that you generally have to experience for yourself. I like, because every time like someone brings it up, it's like, oh, it's either a skill issue or you're just too goated. It's like you're either too good or you're too bad. Like you're too good, like, oh, this is boring because I'm in first place all the time, nothing's going on. It's like, oh, you're just too good at the game, bro. And then, like, oh, this is like there's an issue that someone's too far up front, and it's like, oh, you're just bad at the game. Like, as long as you're not in first place all the time, you're gonna have a blast. No matter how linear the lines look, the race feels or looks, not feels, looks. Difference in words.
That's good to know.
Yeah. The knockout mode, that I will gladly and happily say it's a skill issue on my part. I have not won first in any of them, and I think that's good. That's a good thing. That's fun. I like that. I like that I have that little challenge to like try to.
You tried the battle mode?
So, I have not played battle mode. I don't think I'm ever gonna touch that mode because I've never touched battle mode in any other Mario Kart.
I have not seen a single minute of gameplay of battle mode. I don't think there's any people like playing.
That's why I asked. I haven't seen anybody give a fuck.
Like I don't battle mode. No one's gonna touch that. I don't think.
Like I don't even know if there's like custom maps or stuff, or it's like a Mario Kart 8 situation. I don't know. But it looks cool.
You know what? Nice. Let's check right now.
No, I don't wanna. I wanna stay in my ignorance until anybody bothers to give a fuck.
But actually, speaking of other people,
I'm bothering to give a fuck.
But actually, speaking of other people, DExus, I would also like to ask about the other online features of the Switch too. Something that I know you have a problem about, like the funny game chat button, the C button.
Dude. Okay. Before I talk about that, and you can keep this in the recording. I'm gonna answer that by making a little segue to the second reason why I think you should get a Switch, and the other reason you should get a Switch, and the second reason I got a Switch, and also talking about online. So, when Kirby and the Forgotten Land released, I modded my Switch to play the game a week early.
Whoa, Nintendo.
Yeah. Nintendo's gonna jump me. I don't give a fuck. I'm on my Switch, and I have been locked offline because I'm fucking stupid. And if you have a Switch that can be modded, mod it, but just don't do like me. Don't fucking fuck around without knowing what you're doing. Like just follow guides. They're very, very useful guides online. But I got curious. I was like, oh, what if I put this file over here? I bricked my original firmware. Like I could only use Switch 1 on the modded version. So I have not used online for the past 3 years. Nintendo Switch Online for the past 3 years. That's the other reason why I got a Switch 2. So I could play online with the besties. The other reason why you should get a Switch 2 is if you're bricked or if your Switch 1 is so screwed that you need something new. Cause as an addendum to me being blocked to custom firmware, the straw that broke the camel's back for me, that I needed to get a new Switch, was that 2 months before the Switch 2 released, my SD card reader on my Switch 1 broke down. It does not read my SD card at all. So I literally have a bricked console on me that I can't run custom firmware on. I can't like boot it up into the only way I could play my Switch because the SD card reader broke down.
Damn.
So if you're gonna get a Switch 2, get it either for Mario Kart if you really want Mario Kart, or get it if you need a new Switch, if you need an upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, it goes back to the same thing that I was saying, that like some people are buying the Switch 2 as like a new phone.
Yeah.
Which is, I think.
I just wanted to.
But yeah.
I just wanted to throw in that part of why I'm gonna be so pissed about Nintendo Online, because this is my first time experiencing that compared to you two who have had it and probably everyone else watching who have had it for 3 years. So Game Chat.
We love Game Chat. Whoa. We should do the podcast on Game Chat. Oh wait, we can't.
We can't.
True.
Because Sonico and I don't think Nintendo has that for Chile either, right?
I think they do.
They do?
I think
Can I borrow your phone number?
That's crazy. But I think like so yeah, you were saying basically it doesn't work for DExus. It's like they contacted Nintendo, was like, yeah, your country isn't supported.
Yeah, okay, to use game chat, you have to put your phone number, you know, for like verification reasons to make sure that like, oh, I don't fucking know why, but they don't. Puerto Rico is an U.S. is like a U.S. colony. We are a part of the United States of America, although not like really, but we are. Like they own us, but they don't accept us, I guess.
That's crazy.
We have the same area code. We like all of our phone numbers start with +1, just like how all American phone numbers do. But they don't accept the 787s or 939 that all Puerto Rican phone numbers start with. So basically, everyone in Puerto Rico cannot use game chat unless they have an external phone number from the US or another supported country. And that's insane because they are selling the Switch 2 cameras, which aren't exclusive to game chat, but they're a big part of. People are literally fucking buying like paperweights for something that they can only use in like Super Mario Party Jamboree. It's insane. It's frustrating.
You can put it on Mario Kart World and have your face be on top of Mario.
Live reaction.
Live
Oh
reaction.
my god, Mario reaction. But it's insane. It's really frustrating because then when I want to play a game online with a friend and I know that they're online, I can't fucking send them an invite to play online because Nintendo Switch Online does not have a feature where you can tell someone, hey, do you want to join me on Mario Kart? Hey, do you want to play Smash together? You have to like contact them externally through other means, and they're not gonna fucking reach the contact because like they're not gonna open up Discord because they're busy playing Deltarune or they're busy playing something else. It's insane. Like, can't Nintendo just add a little pop-up in the corner where it says like, oh, someone invited you to play online, and then the player presses home and goes to the hold on. I'm crashing.
Wait, am I stupid or isn't that a thing in Switch 1?
No, it is. It's
a thing on Switch 1, but for
it's a game by game thing. For example,
Yeah.
Mario Party
I
has
see.
Mario Party has it, but not Smash.
Like, what the fuck? What the fuck, Nintendo? You have a literal thing where you go
Like,
and like, oh,
Switch
you
on-
can get
the
invites, but
the
you
Switch
can't send
Online-
them.
Yeah, the Switch Online emulators do have the invite, but
Also-
not like something like Dreamflip.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's weird.
So I assume that like the workaround for this on Switch 2 is game chat, right? Instead of inviting them to play a game, you invite them to a call, and then there you go, like, hey, you want to play Mario Kart, like with your own voice, I guess. But I can't fucking do that because they locked the thing outside of my country. Like it's so frustrating
Damn,
because
frustrating.
again, one of the main like before my Switch 1 broke down, the only reason I was getting a Switch 2 was because I could play online with friends. But now I have to like and then Game Chat was like, oh yeah, then you don't even have to contact them externally. You don't have to schedule like, hey, you want to play tomorrow because you were too busy today to like play, like oh you were busy playing something else, and then when you grabbed your phone, when you open up Discord, it was like your bedtime already. Like it's like, okay, no more Switch time. I have to go to bed because I work tomorrow. Like it's sorry,
That's
I'm
hashtag
crashing
relatable.
out.
No, it's okay. Only for good content. Like and subscribe, everybody.
Yeah. The only reason I'm crashing out is because I'm on content creator mode right now. And, you know, everything has to be amplified times 3. So yeah, that's my experience with Nintendo Switch Online. There was something else I wanted to say about Switch Online, but you guys talk until I remember.
So Sonico, I haven't heard you speak enough. I want to know how you feel about this whole situation. About the game chats.
It is what it is.
The Welcome Nintendo Tour. Oh, thank fucking God.
Welcome to Nintendo. Welcome tour. Oh, $10.
Actually, if you don't mind me
welcome
asking.
tour. Yeah.
No, go on. My bad.
I was saying like, welcome tour is maybe a discussion for Nintendo's current pricing. But yeah, I would
want
say
to
like,
ask you the JoyCons.
Yeah?
I've heard the JoyCons feel different.
how did
I've heard they feel
yeah.
smoother.
The control sticks. Yeah, the control sticks are smoother. they feel way like the whole console physically feels very premium. Like I genuinely regret. Yeah, I for half a band. I genuinely regret not buying a carry case for this, because my original Switch I just threw into my bag like carelessly. I would just throw it in. But this, I don't know if it's just because it's a new thing, but like everything about it feels premium. Like again, the control sticks, they I don't know how to describe this. They're just smoother. Like if you grab a Switch 1 Joy-Con, you can like feel it. I don't know if it's because of it's old, out of age, but like I genuinely love the way that the directional sticks feel on Switch 2. Like it feels like it's oiled. Like it feels like it's oiled up and
oiled up
and about to be on a torque off. Yeah. What else can I talk about the Switch 2 Joy-Con? Mouse mode is cool. I don't think I'm ever gonna use that unless a gimmick in a game I want to play. Maybe the next WarioWare.
Whoa. WarioWare Touch It.
What?
That's a horrible fucking title.
Yeah.
WarioWare Dragon.
The CL and yeah,
that's
Mario Kart.
Dragon Drive. Right. When is that game coming out?
Oh, we don't care.
Who cares?
You're not asking, bro. You're not asking that.
Who cares? That's the answer to that.
Hey, listen.
The CL and CR buttons, I like they're bigger, and I accidentally keep pressing them mistakenly, and it's annoying. But that's just a skill issue. You'll get used to it. The release button, the magnet stuff is really cool. Hold on, I'm gonna try to snap it on in front of the microphone.
The Dragon Drive character should be in Sonic CrossWorlds. Sorry, go on.
They should add RuPaul from Drag Race in Sonic CrossWorlds. That's what I'm saying. Like the microphone is picking it up. I don't think Discord is.
Yeah, no, it is.
But the snapping
yeah, we
feels
could
so
hear it.
powerful. I love it. Like, oh, that's so good. I love it. Releasing the Joy-Con is very easy. Like the mechanism is so simple, and it's funny because of how simple it is. Like it just pushes, like it just adds a little notch that pushes the console, the console and controller away. Like it's so fucking easy. It just feels good. This is the console feels good. I think it's too big. I'm gonna complain. I'm not complaining about that, but it feels too big. Like I don't feel like I'm gonna be seeing little kids walking with this console around like how they do with the Switch 1.
Were people really walking around with their Switch?
Yes. I work at a retail. I work at retail, and I see like kids holding their Switch 1s with like their little baby hands. Like I'm talking fucking like one digiters, like 8-year-olds holding their Switch 1s, and they already look so big in comparison to like their faces. So like the Switch 2, it's gonna be too big, and again it feels too premium. Like I don't think this is gonna be too it's obviously gonna be
too
popular,
kid friendly,
but it's not gonna be too popular among kids. Well, it will be like among kids, but among parents giving to their kids. Like I don't think that parents are gonna give something that costs $1,000 to their kids to like grab and be too heavy for them and then drop immediately.
That's what the Switch Lite is for. Switch 2 Lite.
Yeah, I kind of think that Nintendo should release a Switch 2 Lite as soon as possible. Like I feel like that would be a smart business thing, like a business decision, because that's gonna be the friendlier version for like kids, for kid owners, I guess, for parents.
Yeah, I guess we're still in this.
Kid owners is crazy.
That's crazy.
Kid owners is crazy.
But I think we're still in this transitioning point where like parents are probably still buying a Switch 1 and not a Switch 2.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even.
But also, like, I think that like a Switch to Y would be genius, also from like an economic standpoint, because if you just remove the dock and everything, like the dock and the camera, it is going to have like compatibility issues, but in the same way that like the Switch 1 wasn't compatible with like Labo stuff. So like I think it is possible, and I would grab that like day one, because like even with my OG Switch, I never use that dock, because like I just prefer.
I never used my
on my
Switch
bed
dock
or on the
either.
sofa.
Like my dock and Joy-Con grip are inside of the Switch 2 box. I'm eventually gonna have to take it off and plug it into my computer.
That is crazy
So I
because
can
like I would say I'm the
capture
opposite.
but-
At least at first, I would say nowadays I use a more portable mode, but at first I only use docked mode.
Dude, I just lay in bed and go to sleep, like put it in my night table, and then wake up and take it out of my night table and play a little bit, and then
That's fair. That's fair.
Right? You get me.
yeah.
Like sometimes you just want to like say like a little bit of like free roam before going to bed. You just like whip it out for a second.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, this shit sucks. Go to
The
bed.
Switch 2,
I mean,
right?
it's not healthy. You should pick up a book instead, or journal or something.
Oh, you should
'cause
pick up a book.
retinal
Oh,
stuff.
oh.
But like, no one fucking does that in this day and age.
Fucking drinking, fucking I don't know, something I like. Oh, I'm
Some
reading a
Drink
book,
some
you know,
tea?
in
Huh.
front of a
Listen,
fireplace.
okay, I do that. I fucking
Yeah.
drink though. Don't shame me.
A
I
fucking
drink
hot
economy.
chocolate
Yes, cream
in
buffet.
front of a fireplace. Look at the camera and be like,
You know one
"Oh,
stupid fucking image of
this
like
all
Vegeta with the
started."
book?
Yes.
Wait,
Yes,
talking
dear,
about
let's play a little
Joy-Cons. Talking about Joy-Cons, y'all hear that those things did not get updated at all, and that they are gonna drift, and to the point where Nintendo already released like, hey, we're gonna be fixing Joy-Con 2s for free.
for free.
Okay, so-
Y'all hear that?
I can give more explanation on that because I've been researching this topic a lot. I don't know why, I just been interested in it. So basically, the technology that all the modern platforms use, you know, like Sony, Xbox, and Nintendo, they all will inevitably drift. They will. It will happen eventually because like it's a part of it's part of the materials. I don't remember how it's called, but yeah, it will drift. So I wouldn't even consider that like I wouldn't even say that the Switch 2 Joy-Con aren't fixed. Because like the problem with the Joy-Con 1 was that they drifted a lot more than usual. Even outside the technology itself, the build quality was not good. So just because the Switch 2 Joy-Cons can drift doesn't mean they still have the same problem as the Switch 1. So they will drift. They will drift like around, I don't know, probably 5-10 years from now. And that's when Nintendo is already putting aside, like already preparing for the returns. But I don't think it's gonna be like an epidemic like the Switch 1 was.
Yeah.
So
Gonna
it
be
basically
the fucking Switch.
it basically has to. It's not about Nintendo. It's about the technology they used.
Oh, why don't like older controllers drift, or
They do.
do they? They do.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, for example,
what
my
the fuck
3DS
did
is
the Switch
starting to
1
drift too.
do? What?
Like it just yeah, it goes a lot on the
I
side.
thought the circle pad would break before, like before it gets the chance to drift.
No, it's drifting for some weird reason. So yeah, it's something like about the technology, but it seems like Nintendo was like really careful because I'm pretty sure you fellas remember, but like Joy-Con drift aside, the launch of the first Nintendo Switch was a shit show because like a lot of console would be like delivered and they just like wouldn't work at all.
Dead
Remember there were like
pixels.
a lot of like blue screens and stuff, like day 1 and day 2. So
I'm
they
scared.
definitely improved.
I'm scared of this happening with this launch, and that's gonna be a big catastrophe because this thing has sold like a lot.
A lot.
I mean,
That's gonna be like
If it was, it would probably
like
would have happened already.
It's gonna be a higher amount of people complaining about that kind of stuff if it happens, like way more than the Switch 1, if it happens. But I don't
I
think.
mean,
it
at
will.
this point, I think it would have already happened.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
'Cause then
I'm
the
waiting
console's
for
been out for
like
a
the
sec.
home.
Me want to throw my
waiting for
console
the
out
home
of
button.
fucking a building. What the fuck?
Wait.
It broke.
Oh my fucking god! I just noticed something that this controller doesn't have that the original Joy-Con do.
What?
The little ring light around the home button.
Oh, what? Oh, you're right.
Wow, that's fucking awesome,
It doesn't-
actually.
Oh, what the fuck?
It doesn't have that. What do you mean
What?
it's awesome?
That's a game
sad.
changer, guys.
That means we're never gonna get
Does it not line up?
we're never gonna get street pass.
Oh no. Street bad. That would
You're
actually
never
be a
gonna get
cool
Street Pass
because
because of
the circle in around the home button does like glow in the Switch one.
Yeah, it doesn't anymore. Not on Switch 2, it doesn't.
Damn, that's fucked up. Hey, for the battery life.
Yeah. That's sad.
How's the battery
That's a
life
shame.
actually?
I was.
How long does it last?
It's not.
Don't
too
fucking
good.
make that noise ever again.
I don't think it's. I don't think it's that good of a battery life, honestly. But I excuse it because it has like a lot of power, I guess. And I've mostly been playing Mario Kart World, and I assume that chugs the battery. I haven't like counted, but to me it feels like 3 hours maybe.
Yeah, that's
Like
what this
3 hours of
That's-
non-stop Mario Kart World.
That's kind of ass, but okay, whatever.
Yeah. Like
We
you
ball, we
probably
ball, we tough- we
wanna
tough for it.
carry around the you probably wanna carry around the charger for this thing.
probably.
Like that's a guesstimation. Like I'm not giving a concrete answer. That's what it feels like to me. Cause I haven't counted. I figured that people would online, and I was like, I'll just watch the reports on the internet instead. But we're saying that that's as much as the original Switch, right?
No, it's more, no.
No, I heard that it's as much as the first.
Oh, the original Switch. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I do not like the battery of the Switch one. I think that's why I didn't play much handheld. And when I got the OLED, I started playing like a lot more
that's
because like the screen is beautiful, and the battery life was so much better.
Ooh, we can talk about the screen.
You can talk about the screen, yeah. Especially because like, I know it's not OLED, so I was like, do I really want to upgrade? But how is it?
I have never seen. Like, I'm gonna start this by saying, I have never seen an OLED screen like, while knowing it's an OLED screen before. I will literally tomorrow. So, editor, put whatever I send on Discord here. It looks
Did you
really
know
good.
a great test of an OLED screen is playing the opening from The Godfather, because it's a super dark scene, so you can see the difference between
That's true.
actual black and screen black very easily.
It's screen black.
The more you know.
Okay. But
Yeah,
I
you can
do
try
know
that.
that like I booted up Mario 64. I booted up Kirby and the Forgotten Land, and the beginning of that game, you know, when you go to the thing, to the big building, like when you walk out of the beach, it looked amazing. Like I was jaw dropped. Like I had never seen the game look so beautiful before. So
That's
I
before
think
the
that's-
upgrade. That's before the 4040p, the 60.
Oh, that's true. I mean, I don't know if I will notice that because I've never. Again, I'm not a big tech savvy person. I'm a Nintendo fan.
Nintendrone.
I'm used to 720p and and fucking
No, I think you will
20
not-
FPS.
Now that
You
now
will notice
that
it for sure.
now that Switch games are now like competing against each other, like we mentioned Ultranet before, they also don't believe in the 60 is like way better than 30 until they played Pokemon.
I was like, oh my god,
Really?
Yeah, and I was like,
Okay.
I think that the same thing will happen to you when the Forgotten Line comes out.
Generally, if you go like
Hopefully
checking out
there's
the
a way
trailers,
to like check on the Switch too. Like
I've never been like
hopefully
too
there's a
know
game
that
I
stuff,
own.
but you will notice it like frame 1.
Okay.
Because like it's buttery smooth,
yeah.
especially with like the this is gonna sound stupid, and it's gonna be more like a topic of discussion for the next episode. But it's very noticeable with Spring Kirby, since it's like a very smooth animation of like the opening and closing of the spring.
What, Kirby?
It's super smooth.
Oh, Spring.
Okay, I think for finishing up at least this first part before we talk about fully about Kirby, I wanna know what are your guys' wishes? What do you wanna see on this new generation? You know, now we have 4K and mouse, and we have the funny camera. I don't know, Photo Dojo 2. Fuck it.
I was joking about that earlier, but generally speaking, getting a new photo dojo would have me like, because like we have the camera, we have everything. It would take a few photos. That technology.
Face Riders.
Exactly. We would be able to have so many competitive games. And speaking of competitive, Smash Bros. This could
No
be
one's
an
gonna
entire
fucking
episode,
play
honestly.
those.
I would, and that's all that matters. I fucking love photo dojo.
Are you really gonna fucking pay, like, how much is a camera? $60?
No, the
to
Piranha
play
Plant
Photo
Shitty
Dojo?
one, it's like 40 bucks. Yeah, listen, if they give us the
Oh yeah, no, you can just connect
the
any USB
special
camera.
Photo Dojo camera with the game bundled in for like $40,
Oh.
yeah, fuck it, I'd buy that.
That would actually go hard.
See?
Nintendo's not gonna do that, but that would be the way you sell cameras.
I mean, it is the smart way.
How
Like
they
they did this in the past.
Wii Party
fucking
U
Wii
or
era.
something that they sold a Wiimote.
Yeah, with like Weebly and stuff.
Oh,
But
dude,
speaking
I
of
actually,
competitive,
I like it would be cool to get some Game Boy camera at some point. Fuck it.
ooh, actually,
That would actually kind of go hard.
For NSO.
Just
I
like
had
how,
Game Boy camera.
fucking Mario Paint with the mouse.
Just like how Game Boy has compatibility for tilt and tumble with gyro.
Honestly, I would love to see,
yeah.
like Savi mentioned Mario Paint with the SNES mouse. That could be there. GameCube, I
Wario.
think I'm very interested. Like Mario Party 6 and 7 have microphone mini games.
Oh
So it would be
That's
cool
also
to see
interesting.
those.
You mentioned GameCube because like something interesting that's like kind of like a stupid little thing that I wanted to like mention real quickly. The fucking controller, it looks like a pretty standard controller. It feels good. Of course, it's not perfect for every single situation. For stuff like Melee, it would need to be like slightly modified. But something super cool they added is gyro support, which means if you want to go back to like Mario Galaxy or some shit, you can shake the controller around and you can play like the entirety of Galaxy
Yeah,
with,
I saw that's
with
crazy.
gyro. It's great. You can play fucking Tilt and Tumble with the with the GameCube controller, like the
With the
speedrunners
Game-
intended.
GameCube.
Well, I guess
It's-
that would be the console, not the controller,
It's
but still.
it's a callback to the speedrunners, but instead of using the console, you finally use the
controller.
finally
I'm
use the
saying.
controller.
Yeah.
Like it really shows that unlike the other Switch controllers or the, like NSO controllers that were more like gimmicks for like the fans, the GameCube really once feels like, oh, you could deadass use this as a pro controller,
Yeah.
which is
And
awesome.
it's interesting you mentioned gimmicks, because like at least to me, an initial worry when they revealed the Switch 2 is that it felt like a gimmickless Nintendo console. Because every Nintendo console tries to have a gimmick. The original Switch's gimmick was being the Switch. The Wii U, you know, having the gamepad. The Wii, the motion controller,
Nice.
etc.,
Overselling.
etc.
I mean,
And I mean, I think that the gimmick of the Nintendo Switch 2 is being good right now. Like, dead ass. It's, because like, yeah, we have the mouse, we have the camera, but those are not like groundbreaking, like, gimmicks that base the entirety of the console around it, like touchscreen or motion controls. I think the gimmick is just like being fucking awesome.
the gimmick
Yeah.
is having no games to play on launch.
That's true.
True.
But I do, going back to wishlist, I would like them to go more wacky with how the Switch 2, you know, the Switch 2 has a microphone, it has the stupid camera, it has the mouse. I think they should utilize those stuff for dumb games, you know. Bring back Rainbow Curse. We talk about Rainbow Curse every fucking episode.
Hey,
but
I was
maybe
gonna bring
tease
that
them,
up.
actually for real.
I'm the Rainbow Curse Rainbow Rider here. We're finally fucking getting it. I'm telling you, we're getting this shit. This is happening. Oh my fucking god, it's actually fucking happening. I'm telling you, we're gonna get Rainbow Curse with mouth. Sonico, you wanna
With
talk
mouth?
about how ass playing it? Yeah, with mouth. Kirby's gonna like have a mouth in it. No,
Mouthful mode
Sonico,
Kirby
weren't you
where
like?
you have to eat the console, you're gonna be like,
Oh,
you become the
Sonico, you wanna talk about how playing Rainbow Curse with a mouse
Oh, it's
would
awful.
be ass? You wanna talk about that?
It would be off. Maybe if they, I don't know, maybe calibrated it a little better, make it easier. I don't know.
It's
I like- I
mean,
Canvas
I think
Curse with
Blaney
mouse.
named
The
it-
It's
answer-
fucking horrible.
I've-
It's gonna be like every 2 seconds.
maybe
It's
because
stupid.
Canvas Curse is a DS game, so the screen is smaller, so you got less room to drag your mouse around.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I could definitely
think the
see
answer-
Rainbow Curse. Actually, I wasn't a believer before, but now I'm believing.
Because the main
think
thing
they're getting
against
new games
Rainbow
though.
Curse was that, oh, how are you gonna play it docked? And the answer was you don't play it docked. Like it's just a handheld only game.
Yeah, but
Which-
it's stupid.
They exist on Switch 1. They
Yeah, but
exist.
that's
It's
stupid.
like there's like one.
Yeah, like Brain
But
Academy, and
it's
that's
yeah, like Rain Academy.
Oh.
It's a thing that exists.
yeah, and that sold like 2 copies.
So, yeah. Well, I just want Rainbow Curse. But now there's a workaround.
Yeah, now there's a
if you
workaround.
don't wanna, if you wanna fucking be a lame-o and use it on your screen, use the mouse mode. I mean, gyro
Wait,
could've
lame-o.
also
Yeah,
worked.
Labo doesn't
Whatever.
work anymore. Fuck. How do we
Who
feel
gives
about
a
that?
shit about Labo? Everyone has already thrown away their cardboard from that.
Damn,
Damn.
that's sad.
Yeah, I said it. I fucking hate Labo
Whoa,
That's score. That's
because
score
my
on
mom never
Joy-Con,
bought
man.
it for me.
let's go on my Joy-Con piano.
I love the little vibrating man on the
Anything
Joy-Con.
else on the wish list? I kind of lost my mind with Rainbow Curse being mentioned.
Smash
I
Bros.
just really want to play that game. What Smash Bros? What do you mean? Oh, like a new one?
Yeah. I mean,
yes.
I'm 50-50 for like a Switch 2 edition in a new Smash. I'm fine with both.
What? No,
say, I think that
I would hate I would hate a Switch 2 edition. I would actually like
I
that.
want that brand new reboots. Throw
Yes!
the whole thing away. Smash game.
I'm
A
okay with
reboot
both.
where every like veteran has a Smash Bros Ultimate DLC as moveset would be amazing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But before that,
that there's like
first we need Kid Icarus pricing, and then we can talk about Smash.
Yes.
okay, Bucko.
We absolutely
Listen,
need that.
Sakurai is busy,
That's-
as we
yes,
will talk
please.
about soon. He's gonna make
I
videos
mean-
too first.
Oh, you're right,
I
you're
don't
right.
think Sakurai would have to like overlook the way
Smash.
that works. He could just
I mean,
Kid Icarus. Nintendo could be like, hey, we're gonna have a team working on this. You could like
Oh yeah, because it's like
be
a
an
port.
overseer, like how you did for Amazing Mirror. Just like be like, okay, yeah, this works. This doesn't work. Tweak it. I mean, knowing Sakurai being a workaholic, I almost called him an alcoholic. Sakurai being a
He might be behind the
workaholic, he
scenes.
would probably, maybe,
The
he
way
might probably be
for
like,
games.
I'll try to make it work myself. But you know, like, I would love a Kid Icarus HD port to this.
actually, something kind of silly that I wanted to ask you fellas. Because we're glazing the Switch 2 right now because it makes sense, it's the new console. But now that I think about it, the Switch 1 will still get support. We're gonna get the new Tomodachi Life, new Rhythm Heaven on Switch 1. So do you think there's gonna be anything interesting on the Switch 1 going forwards? Because they
No.
didn't leave the console to die. They didn't leave the console to die just yet, which is very interesting to me. There's still
I
a
would
few
say-
more
No,
releases
you know
that are
why
gonna
not?
come out there.
I would honestly say I'm impressed how much they didn't leave the console to die. Like franchises like Kirby already switching up like day one.
Do you think we're gonna get a Kirby Switch 1 final
No,
hurrah?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
They would have revealed it already. That's
Like,
my,
the
that's my
fact-
call.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact Switch 2 works with Switch 1 maybe can push them to do more Switch 1 games, like a Last Hurrah.
No.
But no, I
They're
don't
not
think
gonna
so.
do that. I think that Tomodachi Life and Rhythm Heaven were the last are literally like the last Nintendo published games.
Yeah.
Maybe one more, but with like the I think the reason they do that is so just in case the new console fails, we still have support for the other console guys. Hanging tight, but this console
It's
has
not failing.
estimately sold 3 million. Like Nintendo's dropping Switch 1 immediately after 2026.
Yeah, I would even be surprised if they still do any more Switch 2 editions of Switch 1 games, and they just straight up make Switch 2 games.
I would say that's debatable. Maybe next year there's gonna be like 2 or 3, but after that, no more.
Yeah, but I think we can agree that it is indeed the end of an era and the start of a new one. We're fully on Switch 2 now. And
It's
I
very
think
exciting.
we're
It's very
talking
exciting what
about-
they're doing.
I think that's pretty good, and we're past the fucking 2017 tablet, and we can get the 2025 tablet.
And that means no, that's the 2015 tablet where it's released in 2025.
That's true.
Because the the 2017 tablet was a 2005 tablet. But yeah,
Listen, you're talking about Switch 1, you're talking about Switch 2. Don't ask me why, but I have my beloved Wii U gamepad right on my side. I won't forget you, buddy.
I know why.
That's
I don't even have to ask because I already know why. You're holding your Switch 1 gamepad because you don't have a Switch 2. I did the same thing with my Wiimote. Your Wii U, my bad. I did the same thing with my Wii when the Switch 1 released. I used to like grab the Wiimote and nunchuck and pretend I was playing Super Mario Odyssey while watching YouTube videos.
True.
You don't get it, man. You don't get it.
And isn't that the magic of Switch 2? So
Being broke as shit.
Being broke, yes sir.
So,
yeah.
I think
we can wrap it up.
since we were, I was gonna wrap. I think we.
To the next episode.
I think I had a good segue. Like, but you're gonna have to wait until the next episode for you to hear our wish list for Kirby games on Switch 2. That's right. This is a two-parter. Yeah, fuck.
Whoa, oh my god, what? The Phantom Dream podcast episode making episodes?
2 uploads back to back.
2?
Crazy.
Yeah, that's right.
2 like the Switch 2. Oh, we got 2 uploads.
That's right.
We got the Switch 2. We got 2 Kirby games, all 2.
We got 2 months without 2 years without uploads.
2 years
Holy
without
shit.
uploads.
We got 2 co-hosts. Get out, Texas.
No, why me? I'm the one with the
Sonico.
Switch 2. What the hell?
I know you were a real one. You're too different for us, man. You're too
Oh
different.
yeah. Listen, will you?
Oh, it's because I'm queer. It's because I'm non-binary. That's right.
Oh shit,
Happy Pride.
guys. Okay. Also, happy Pride Month. We're gonna make a Kirby Pride Month episode. Never. Fuck off. Bye.
Oh my god.
No.
Wait. I want to say something. This should be
Yeah.
like a post-credit though. I want to say something. That's right, fellas. You're gonna have to join us in the next episode because we're gonna be talking about the Nintendo Switch 2. What a great console.
Is that supposed to be a reference?
Get it? Nintendo Switch.
I don't get
Get
it.
it? Nintendo Switch
get
2. Nintendo Switch 2.
No, I don't get it.
That wasn't funny.
Switch on that thing.
No, I don't get it.
Okay, editor, I'm begging you, please
Editor,
end the episode
editor.
here. Just
Cut it.